Can I make Connor Bedard the GOAT? If you guys don't remember where we left off after episode 1, Connor Bedard is in his third NHL season, and in his first 2 seasons, he's racked up 80 points, then 96, and now he's at 84 and 64, and we're trying to make the playoffs for the first time in his career. But now it is a big day. We are entering the trade deadline, and we are going in as a conservative buyer and seeing who's there. And if you remember at last year's trade deadline, we made a massive trade trading Seth Jones for Seth Jarvis. Let's see if we can make another splash. Alright, this could be so stupid, but Zach Werenski's here on the trade block. I know he's injured right now, but Zach Werenski would be a massive addition to this team, and I know he's not playing well in Columbus, but it's Columbus, and this isn't a lot to give up. And if it's more than this, I don't know if I would do it, right? But I don't know if I'd want to give up a first. I can throw in a third there, but I don't know if we want to do this trade. Here's our last offer for Zach Werenski. We're throwing in maybe our second best prospect, Logan Panayi. Will it go through? Oh my god, I just got finessed. But Zach Werenski, we now have an 88 overall on our blue line. Off topic of the video, but I just saw a massive trade. Oh my god, where is it? Nashville Predators, where are you? Where was it? Oh my god, look at that, they're right there. Montreal acquires Thomas Novak. Nashville gets Carter Yakimchuk. Here is our lineup right now, and we have Jarvis, Teravainen, but honestly, this is just best lines. We got Korchinski and Werenski. I think we're gonna need to switch this coach, but we can get better line fits. I mean, this team's slowly but surely coming together. But now it's time to see how Bedard fares. Can he get to 50 goals in his first matchup with Ivan Demidov? And there it is, goal number 50, but Montreal does take this one. Here's the situation. 76 games in, the Blackhawks are in a playoff spot. We're going to see if we can make the playoffs here, starting against Bedard's idol in the Pittsburgh Penguins. Can we take down the Pens? We're up 3-2, and we win 5-2. We got Jack Hughes and the New Jersey Devils. I don't know how many points we need. I didn't check, but all I know is we just got to keep winning, and we're up 3-2. Bedsy scores. And we lose to Taylor Hall, god damn it. Minnesota Wild, Brock Faber, Marco Rossi, Jonathan Lekermaki's on this team. Can we do it? Oh my god, what a third period, and Connor Bedard scores the game-tying goal. I don't know for sure, but a win and we're in, I'm pretty sure. So let's see what we can do. Lucas Reichel, Teuvo Teravainen, the big third period. And we get the dub. Connor Bedard again strikes, and the Chicago Blackhawks have clinched a playoff spot. Connor Bedard had a massive breakout year, 114 points, a new career high, 57 goals, not a career high, but he got 57 assists. I mean, having Seth Jarvis, a 33 goal scorer, as your line mate, Teuvo Teravainen, back-to-back almost point per game years for Teuvo Teravainen. The core of this team is slowly starting to come together. You have an 88 overall offensive defenseman. Connor Bedard has officially cemented himself as an NHL superstar. Mikko Rantanen, 124 points. Nathan MacKinnon, 110, and in between them, Connor Bedard. Very ironic considering in the first round, Chicago Blackhawks and Bedard will be taking on these same Colorado Avalanche, who have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 90 overall players. Connor Bedard versus Nathan MacKinnon, Bedard's first ever playoff game. Let's see if he is one of those players who rises in the playoffs, or is he one of those players that falls. That is not a good start for Bedard though, but he does score in this game. Bedard and the Blackhawks would drop the first 2 games on the road, but they would take care of business at home, setting up a best of 3 going back to Colorado. Bedard so far has shown he is a big game performer, putting up 4 points in 4 games, but most importantly, he is a +4. But let's see if he can carry that momentum into game number 5. It is 4-0 in the second period. They are not coming back from that. So it all relies on these next 2 games. Can Bedard and the Blackhawks win 2 out of 3 against the Colorado Avalanche and make it to the second round? Game 6 in the United Center. This building is packed. Valeri Nichushkin opens the scoring. It is 2-0 Nathan MacKinnon. We're not letting that slide. Oh, that was so close. Frank Nazar has the puck. Nazar looking backdoor. Bedard. Oh, he can't score it, man. Maybe it's just not his playoff run, man, as Lekkonen's in. Even though Connor Bedard couldn't do anything, the Blackhawks would get a goal late, and it would be a minute left for Bedard to see if he can rise to the occasion. Play it to the middle, and he can't. And MacKinnon up for Girard. Sam Girard in for Rantanen, and Rantanen will ice it. These big game players on Colorado are too much for the Chicago Blackhawks. In year number 3 of his career, Bedard's Blackhawks would fall to the Colorado Avalanche super team, and while that is unfortunate, he's gonna definitely keep getting better, and let's see how the Blackhawks do in year number 4. While some may consider this season a disappointment for Bedard and the Blackhawks, at least they lost to the eventual Stanley Cup champions, who had the Hart Trophy winner, and the Conn Smythe, and the Art Ross, and the Ted Lindsay, and the Rocket Richard winner. Wow. Things were not going to get any easier for Bedard in his career, as this may be the greatest draft class of all time, with Landon DuPont, Gavin McKenna, and Johnson, 3 franchise players entering the NHL. You know, maybe we went all in too early in Connor Bedard's career when we could have tanked and got a franchise player, but we went down this road. We showed Connor Bedard that it's worth it to sign that extension. We gotta back it up, and that's why we just traded for an 89 overall Igor Sharangovich. We had to give up Tyler Bertuzzi. We gotta give him a good farewell. 71 points last year, 59 the year before, 58 last year. Wait, did I say 71 last year? 71 the year before. 34 goals on Bedard's line. We also gave up one of our top defensive prospects, drafted 13 overall last year. It's unfortunate, man, but sometimes these things gotta happen. We also gave up our starting goaltender prospect and our first round pick in this draft, but it's worth it. Essentially, this is the trade. Sharangovich, an 89 overall, 87 point per game player for Bertuzzi, and then all of this. I think it is a perfect trade. Let's see what Bedard does in season 4 with more help around him. We just cleared out our entire team. It is time for a youth movement here in Chicago, and the future is looking so bright. We're going to be taking a massive risk here, but this guy, our head coach, Christopher Owen, man, he has been doing nothing for this team. We need a way better coach. Let's go get him. That we are also firing the rest of our coaching staff. It's time for a fresh start here in Chicago. One extension to give out. Frank Nazar gonna make $5 million for the next 7 seasons. A lot of moves in free agency to try and push for that Stanley Cup. We gotta maximize this window we have with Connor Bedard, a generational talent. So let's see how many people we can get in free agency. Morgan Geekie signs. Ryan Donato back to the team. Mason Marchment signs. Alexander Barbanov signs. Connor McMichael accepts our offer sheet. Jonathan Taves is back. But boys, Frank Nazar is signed on the dotted line. Patrick Kane is back in Chicago. John Carlson, fuck you. And the Washington Capitals have not matched our offer. Wow, what an offseason. Legendary Drew Doughty to Washington to replace John Carlson, I guess. And Pierre-Luc Dubois goes back to Los Angeles. Assistant captains, obviously Bedard's still going to be our captain. But I think players who deserve to wear the A for now, Teuvo Teravainen, and we need somebody on the blue line, and I think it's going to be Kevin Korchinski. Actually, we're going the youth movement. Best team Connor Bedard has had around him, and this is the best he's ever been. He has 290 overalls on his first line. With the +5 boost, he has 290 overalls and an 89 on his second line. He has an 87 on his third line. And then he has Patrick Kane and Jonathan Toews on his fourth line. And then on defense, I mean, you have two 90s on your top pair. You have an 86 on your second pair. Albane, the rookie, coming up for his rookie season, right? And then in net, you have Adam Gajan. I mean, a 22-year-old superstar goalie. +5 on the power play, right? That second power play, the overalls are insane. And then penalty kill +5 and +3. Like, wow. Hop into the first game of the season here, check everything out. And let's see, we are a 99 overall offense, 92 defense, and an 86 goalie. Werenski's in, Zach Werenski scores the first goal of the year. This Nashville team is no match for the new look Chicago Blackhawks. Up for Kurashev. Kurashev in, backdoor Teravainen, Teuvo. Teravainen scores, and that is the first assist, first point of our Swedish rookie's career. Teravainen shoots, that was so close. Connor McMichael's in, McMichael on his debut, Connor McMichael, it is already 3-0 for the Chicago Blackhawks. Here comes Bedard. Connor Bedard, what a move through center. Bedard walks in, Bedard to the front of the net, what a pass, and Zach Werenski, that is the first point of the season for Bedard. Oh, Bedard dances, oh my god, what a move, you know he had to join the fun. Connor Bedard scores, what a first game. On January 1st, and we have a lot of extensions to give out. First, Artem Levshinov, 7 years. You can get 5.75 mil for 7 years. Bang, Artem Levshinov coming back to the team, hopefully. Mason Marchment, you can come back for 4 years, 2.3 mil. Bang, nice extension there. Connor McMichael, you don't want an extension, but we want to go long term with you, so we are willing to pay you 3.75 for 7 years to be a third liner, which is crazy. That's a tradable contract. Then last but not least, Adam Gajan. I mean, this is going to be the most expensive one, but I think we have the money to pull it off. All of these. Signed on the dotted line. Adam Gajan has signed, Mason Marchment has signed, and Connor McMichael has signed. At the trade deadline, and the Chicago Blackhawks are one of the best teams in the league looking for that championship. Kevin Korchinski about to set a career high. Artem Levshinov already set a career high. Albinen, I mean, he's a +15. But I mean, we are here for one man and one man only, no glaze, and that is Connor Bedard. And who knows, he may set another career high. Alongside him, Seth Jarvis is a point per game. Sharon Govich, what a pickup, he's a point per game. Kurashev, Nazar, almost point per game. Teuvo Teravainen, almost point per game on the third line. Patrick Kane on the fourth line, 40 points at the deadline. This team is firing on all cylinders. Trade deadline as buyers. Oh my, there's some insane talent. Yeah, no. Just gonna stay put at this trade deadline. I really like our team. but it's better to be proactive than reactive. I should be trading Teravainen for Domi, but I morally can't do it. So we're going to trade a bunch of other stuff and get Max Domi on this team. Hanifin got traded to the Toronto Maple Leafs for John Tavares. And then Lindholm gets traded for Trent Frederick. Sam Bennett to Detroit for 2 firsts. Nick Schmaltz and John Marino to Florida for 2 firsts. Joel Eriksson for a first to Montreal. What a trade deadline. Breaking up a team that good. But here are the new look lines. Max Domi slots in on that second line. Mason Marchment has played enough. And I think he will still retain this 84 overall, where he will play on the second line next year probably. And then, the power play now, +4 on the first one, +5 on the second one with Max Domi in there. And nothing else really changed. Debut goes against Jack Hughes and the New Jersey Devils. We're down 2-0 already. It's 4-2. Marchment on the fourth line, Nazar on the second line. Oh my god, we gotta jump into overtime. Bedard wins the draw. Teravainen for Bedard. Connor Bedard. What a move. Bedard to the backhand. Oh my god, just like that. Connor Bedard wins it. Who else? Bedard's 4th season, the Chicago Blackhawks have won the Central Division by 3 points, and they are the number 3 team in the entire league. Connor Bedard himself sets a career high in points again with 120 points. And oh my god, he's a superstar. There's no denying it. Adam Guyan had 42 wins. Korchinski that is a career high with 58 points. Zach Werenski had 48. Lev Shinov, that's a career high with 39. Ablin was a +13. Let's go, young man. And here's the rest of the boys. And then on forwards, Bedard's supporting cast. Kurashev at 76 on the second line. Nazar at 75. Sharon Govich and Jarvis. They were +21, man. They were cooking out there. Teravainen at 70 points on the third line. Max Domi, how did he do with us? Jesus Christ, get him off that line. The thing is, he scored a lot. Oh man, did that ruin our chances. Patrick Kane's injured. Marchment, here's the rest of the boys. Did Connor Bedard, however, win the Art Ross? I guess we will find out. He did lead the West, and he did lead the entire league in points. We have an Art Ross Trophy winner on our team. Number 1, we have the Vegas Golden Knights, and Jack Eichel, a former prodigy himself, had a point per game this year. They traded for John Tavares. They have Rutger McGroarty on this team. What is going on? Shea Theodore on defense. Alex Petrangelo's 37. They have this guy here, Vonen, who was picked 8th overall in the Celebrini draft. And then in net, they have Aiden Hill. They were the best team in their division. The Chicago Blackhawks are down 3-1 to a wild card team. What is going on, boys? What is happening? Connor Bedard, you only have 1 goal. Let's put it together here. I think we made 1 too many moves bringing in Max Domi, which is unfortunate, but it's the price you gotta pay sometimes. Let's see, can we win Game 5? Speaking of Max Domi and Teravainen, they both score. It is 3-2. Connor Bedard, will he choke it? No, they won't. Teuvo Teravainen clutches up. 6 in T-Mobile Arena, maybe the hardest arena to play in. What can the Blackhawks do? And they're down 3-1. Connor McMichael keeps them alive, but I don't know. It looks like they're getting bounced out of the playoffs. Ovechkin did break Wayne Gretzky's record by 3 goals. So there's a new goal scoring leader, and there's a new leader for Connor Bedard to chase. All bad for the Chicago Blackhawks organization as the Rockford IceHogs win the Calder Cup, but That's not what we want to see. We do take another hardware home. Connor Bedard winning the Hart Trophy. The Art Ross Trophy. But we want more awards, man. We want more awards. They teach you don't sell stock too quickly in an investment you made, even if it looks bad. But yeah, we are selling the stock right back. And we want this 4th overall pick, trading every single pick in the draft. And we got a deal. Max Domi, get the out of here. Or for the first time since Artem Levshinov back in 2023. And we have Warren Metropolit, who did play with Jackson Jacobson. Actually, let's see how the first 3 picks went. Oleg Svitov went to the LA Kings. They need a guy like that. Pierce Harding went to the Carolina Hurricanes. Jackson Jacobson went to the Islanders. They need a guy like that. And now, while a grinder could be useful, and I know these guys are guaranteed medium elite, we gotta take some risks sometimes. And this guy looks to be insane. Look at those strengths. Look at those stats. Edward Roberts, are you gonna disappoint me? No, you are not. An 80 overall 2-way defenseman. That's our top 4 complete. Teravainen. Do we let him go? Is the real question. And the answer is, just please, come back one more year. And I think that's the solution, man. Just put him with Bedard, and magic will happen. And I think it's important that we don't do what we just did, the mistake that we just did, and we trust this young core. So Philip Kurashev, probably could go lower, but you deserve to get paid, my man. 7.25 over 6 years. Welcome back, buddy. Season number 5 of Connor Bedard's career, and like I said last year, this is the best team he's ever had around him. But these guys have improved so much. Frank Nazar is now an 88. Kurashev is an 87. Seth Jarvis is an 89 on our second line, which is kind of crazy. Connor McMichael, Lucas Reichel, Marchment, and then Ludwitsky is up. Ludwinski, Korchinski, Werenski, Albelin, and then Levshinov, Roberts here, and Logan Malio. Oh my god, whoa. And Adam Gajan, 88. Game number 1 of season number 5. And we have the Edmonton Oilers and Connor McDavid, who we are trying to chase. Is this team any different than they were last year? Shinsky, oh my god, McDavid just walked right in. What a poke. And here's Bedard. Connor Bedard, this team is looking different. Bedard, backdoor, Frank Nazar. What a goal. And it is 2-0 Chicago already. Penalty by Connor McDavid on Connor Bedard. The tide is shifting. Connor Bedard is officially, maybe, better than Connor McDavid. Connor Bedard, oh my god, that was almost insane. And McDavid is out of the box. Bedard in. There we go. Connor Bedard. He is officially the best player in the NHL. Let's go. We are at the trade deadline here, and we got to capitalize on another prime Connor Bedard season. Adam Gajan is injured. We're looking for a goalie. Maybe looking for some depth. We're going to buy. We're going to be aggressive like we always are, but we don't want another Max Domi situation. And there is some really good players here. Mason Marchment has been incredible, but you got to make these rentals, these small trades. Small trades that get you further forward. And Yakov Trenin is coming to the Chicago Blackhawks. So Chicago made 3 trades at the deadline, picking up Shinnikov from the Columbus Blue Jackets for a prospect defenseman, picking up Joel Hofer from the St. Louis Blues as a backup goalie as Gajan is injured, and then obviously the big Yakov Trenin trade. But no gutting the future like last year. We learned from last year's mistakes. With the slight additions to the team, let's see what Connor Bedard does in his first game with, I'd say, the best team he's ever had. There's no way he's going to lose, right? Oh, and Teravainen has a break. Teravainen looking backdoor. Bedard, there he is. Connor Bedard ties this game at 2 with his 46th of the year. There is one game left in the NHL season, and the Chicago Blackhawks need a win for a chance at the President's Trophy. Can Bedard get it done? Oh my God. 2 goals for Connor Bedard and a goal for Kevin Korchinski, the 2 best players on this team, and they are 20 minutes away from a chance at a President's Trophy and being the best team in the league. Oh, Bedard, what a pass for Jarvis. Set Jarvis in. Jarvis, what a play from Connor Bedard. And the Blackhawks have a goal. Bedard in. Bedard can't score on the backhand. Bedard walks in. Bedard in. Bedard scores. There you go. Connor Bedard, a hat trick in the final game, maybe. Now, was that performance enough for them to win? I mean, they won the Western Conference for the first time. They did not get the President's Trophy, however, unfortunately. Connor Bedard, however, had his best season to date. 74 goals, a career high, one of the few players in league history to record 70 goals, 133 points, career high, plus 42, career high. 12 game-winning goals, career high 31 power play goals, career high 53 power play points, career high 5 shorthanded points, career high, oh my God, career high in face-off percentage, career high in hits. Oh my God, man, what a season from the best player in the world. I mean, this team has it all. They have an 88 overall starting goalie, Adam Gajan, man. They have a 90 overall on the blue line, Kevin Korchinski. You have an 89 as its D partner, Zach Werenski. You have an 87 in Artem Levshinov. This team has everything. And then on forwards, I mean, alongside Bedard, you have Frank Nazar, a point per game. Teuvo Teravainen, way over a point per game. Seth Jarvis, almost a point per game. Sharon Govich, 70 points. Kurashev, 60 points. And then you have all of your depth players. Adam Gajan finishes 6th in wins. Look at Trey Augustine. No, this is not part of the video, but here are all the overalls. The rookie skaters. Muzzin, Roger McQueen. What is going on in the NHL right now? Defenseman points. Cale Makar. Oh my God. If Korchinski can get to this level, this is what we need. But here is a question. Did Connor Bedard win back-to-back Art Ross trophies? And he did, by 16 points over his idol, his rival, Connor McDavid. And David Pastrnak scored 71 goals. Connor McDavid had 68. Janssen, the franchise, had 60. Michkov had 60. What is going on in the NHL nowadays? The scoring is ridiculous. None of this matters. You've seen it with Ovechkin. All that matters is what you do in the playoffs. And after 2 first-round exits, can Connor Bedard and the Chicago Blackhawks find their way to a deep playoff run? I guess we'll find out in the next episode.